Hi everyone. Today I will be meeting with Ruth Puente. Ruth is the Chief Operating Officer of Bdeo, a virtual intelligence startup that I've been working with now for quite a while. We will be talking about talent, culture, leadership, internationalization, how to build high-performing team, and hopefully inspiring the Chief Operating Officers of the future. So let's get started. So today I have the honor to talk to Ruth Puente. Ruth is the Chief Operating Officer of Bdeo, a virtual intelligence startup located in Spain, which cover both claims and underwriting processes within the personal and commercial lines insurance market. And the team has initiatives across LATAM and Europe. Bdeo has been growing fast in recent months and winning a lot of awards. And so I have the honor today to be talking to Ruth about Bdeo for sure, the great technology they are using from AI, blockchain, augmented reality, geolocalized video calls, but also about the role of the leader. So talent today is a key part of growing business and actually the most important part. And to do talent and growth effectively, one needs to balance the right leadership and culture. So today, I thought it would be great to understand the role of the Chief Operating Officer within the context of the growth venture. So Ruth, welcome.
Thank you so much, Sabine. I'm so happy to be here with you, and I really appreciate your opportunity, to share our experience in Bdeo and my role here.
I am really honored to have you here and actually share some of the learnings of business, building a growth business. And so the first question I have for you, Ruth, is who are you? What do you do? What is a day in the life of Ruth?
Okay, that's perfect. I'm Ruth. I'm the COO of Bdeo. I joined the company like 2 years ago, and I have to say that I'm having the time of my life, professionally speaking. No, so a day in Bdeo is, I would say that it's a kind of crazy. No, it's intense, it's complex, it's really demanding, but at the same time, it's very, very interesting and it's very enriching. No, I really mix like between very tactical tasks and very strategic tasks too, no, and that makes like the role awesome, no, and my daily work awesome too, no.
So looking forward to going and diving into what that is. So one question which comes to me quite often actually, Ruth, is what is the difference between the Chief Operating Officer and the Chief of Staff? Can you help me understand that?
The truth is that there is a lot of confusion between these two roles. And I think that the reason is because they both roles need very similar skills. And in a sense, they also have very similar responsibilities. No, you need to be a person like very oriented to results, very analytical, with a strong organizational skills. You also need to build a very, very strong relationship with the CEO. No, so if you need both or all those things in both roles, what the differences are, no? For me, the main difference is that the main responsibility for a chief of staff is supporting the CEO, no? Being that person that assures the CEO's success. While being a COO means giving support to the whole company, to the whole team, and being in contact with all the stakeholders in the company. In just in a day in Bdeo, I have to work with my team. I have to work with potential candidates, hiring, acquiring new talent is very important in my role, but I also have to deal with customers, with providers, sometimes with the board, and of course with the CEO. So for me, the difference between these two roles is the scope of it. The chief of staff radically focused in giving support to the CEO, the COO radically focused in giving support to everybody in the organization.
Very nice definition, actually, Ruth. And what it reminds me of is, in a lot of movies where we talk about, presidents of the United States, you often hear about the chief of staff, which what you said is totally and completely focused on that single person and the success of that person. Which takes me about to try and share with our audience a little bit about your background. Could you share with us, Ruth, who you are, but your background, where you come from, what you learned across your career, which are really amazing tools from your past, which has helped you be where you are today.
Okay, for sure. You know what? Sometimes I really struggle, like telling my background, because I suppose that it can sound, or it may sound a little bit strange. No, I am an architect, and I have been working as an architect for more than 10 years. I think that being an architect helped me to be, or to become into a problem solver, no? A problem solver that is really oriented to find the most appropriate solutions for different needs, no? But it also helped me to do this like with a creative mindset, no? It's not only finding a solution, but it's only about having the ability to use your imagination to look at a problem with a different side, no? Like having that lateral thinking that is so necessary in a role as the one that I'm developing now, no? At the end of the day, being as an architect, I was just managing budgets, I was managing resources, I was managing projects, and I was managing people, and that's what I'm doing now. No, so although sometimes I think that it can be a strange background for a COO, with the time I have realized that it has really helped me a lot, no, to become into the professional that I am right now. No, after having been like more than 10 years, as I told you, being an architect, I just had this crazy idea, no? In a totally different area. It was an idea to transform the e-commerce as we understand it today. I didn't have any real intention to launch anything with that idea, but I just became obsessed with it, and I started to figure out if there were somebody out there doing what I was thinking of. No, it was a kind of radical change in the way we buy. No, and when I discovered that nobody was offering that value proposition, I said, okay, and why am I not the person that can do it? No, why don't I try it? No, so I founded my first startup without knowing what a startup was. No, I didn't belong to the technology field. I didn't belong to the entrepreneurial world, but I founded a startup, and it also helped me a lot to understand what running a business mean. No, I built the team. I found the resources. I raised money. I built the product with my awesome team, of course. So I did everything that was needed to make an idea happen, no, and to make an idea real. No, that company failed. The truth is that somebody may think that it was a failure in terms of the business, and it was, but for me, it was a real success because it really made me grow. at such a speed, no? And it made me also realize that that was the place where I wanted to be. I wanted to belong to that place where innovation happens. And I wanted to be part of that innovation through technology, no? And in spite of the fact that I really enjoyed architecture, but I made that decision. I wanted to, um, to go on growing in the technology and in the entrepreneur arena, no? And that's what I did. And after that, I just started to work in one of the most important media in Spain, El País, and in the digital part, like trying to find different business models. It also helped me a lot. And it also helped me to develop my communication skills, which is also very key for a COO role, no? From my point of view. And in my last step, it has been like a path of discoveries, no? I have been discovering where I wanted to be right now, no? And in my last step, I was working also for a startup. It was a company that was listed in the Australian market, although it had been founded by Spanish founders. And I was working in operations, reporting to the COO. And there I discovered the role, and I really fell in love with it, because you have like the whole vision of the business. You are really close to the CEO, really close to the vision, to the strategy. And at the same time, you have the possibility to make a huge impact also in the team. And you do that, as we were telling before, like just leading with that concept of serving the others, no? And supporting the others to make their jobs. So that has been my path to become a CEO in Bdeo. No, I think that it's a very strange path, but each step that I have taken has given me a lot of value to be able to do what I am, what the company needs me to do right now. No,
This is superb. So architect by training, so very structured and very creative. You went into learning yourself how to build startups, creating your own, and enjoying to be an entrepreneur
yeah,
from your own accord. And then from that, shaping your path as to whether you would be a company builder, whether you would be a company shaper. And today, from your lesson, the lessons of life, which
yeah,
all lessons are, all failures in our world are lessons for growth. You have
yes.
actually found your path in BDO, working with an amazing team of talent. And so I would say bravo, because we all need to learn from our experiences to make the right choices.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, no? And as you were saying, no, each step that you take is an opportunity to learn and to grow, no? And to at the end of the day, you need to extract the best of each experience, no?
Absolutely, absolutely. And when I talk to young founders and also people within my network wanting to find their next move, they always try to actually assess what would their skill be best used for within the entrepreneurial sphere. And the chief operating officer role comes often, and thank you as well for sharing your view between the difference between chief operating officer and chief of staff, because those two roles are often confused
Yeah,
and misunderstood. I think it's also very important to understand that roles or titles, at the end of the day, the business needs capability. They
yeah,
need, the business need people, talent, able to take whatever the title might mean to push the business to the next level.
absolutely. And one of the things that I think that a CEO needs, and also a chief of staff, is being able to cover those gaps that the company has in every moment. And those gaps are changing along the time. So you also need to be really flexible with your role, no? And very agile also to understand how the company is changing, and therefore how your role has to adapt to that change, no? To be able to cover those gaps, no? So when the team is growing and you are adding great talent with a deep knowledge in a field, you may like take a step to the other part, no, where you are more needed, no, and that's quite key in this kind of roles, I would say, no, because you have to support the others and you have to understand what the company needs from you in each moment, which is radically different, no. In this sense, let me share with you how my role had changed in just 2 years, no. When I joined the company, we were 10 of us, 10 people, and now we are 70. You can imagine, no? Like this growth means a lot in what I am supposed to do in my daily basis, no? Because in the beginning, I was the woman for almost everything, no? But now I have such a talented team that knows much better than me their own jobs. So I need to be in other places and I need to be very focused on allowing them and empowering them to make their jobs, no? Because they are, and for me this is very key, no? To give them the autonomy, the resources, and the trust, which is key to do their jobs. And maybe those jobs were being done by myself or by others before. Now the time has changed. You have talented people. You just have to empower them to do it, no?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that takes me to, really understanding Bdeo a little bit more. So can you share with us what Bdeo's vision, mission, and
Yeah.
means? I know that you guys have been rebranding this week and
Yes.
really trying to explain to the world what virtual intelligence means. So can you share a little bit more with us about that?
Yes, sure. Thank you very much. I would say that we have such an aspirational vision, no? And as you were saying, we have just launched our new branding, and we have also launched our new claim, which is the power to change. And that's what we want to do, no? We want to empower the insurance industry with the capacity to digitize the underwriting and the claim processes. And we do that thanks to visual intelligence, no? Our technology allows us to make automation, automatic damage detection, and to make automatic cost estimation. And this enables the companies to make smarter and faster decisions when it matters most, which is the FNOL and the underwriting moment. No, I would say that all the downstream processes after the underwriting and the FNOL are driven from these moments. No, so if you don't make the right decisions in the underwriting and in the FNOL moment, you are not going to have the right outcomes later, no, in the rest of the process, no. On the customer side, like having a claim is always something unexpected and something uncomfortable, no? So with our technology, the insurers are able to respond the customer very fast, giving them the feeling of having everything under control and transforming that feeling of stress in something much more convenient, no? Like, okay, everything is under control. The insurance company is taking care of me. And we do this thanks to this awesome technology that is based, as you were saying before, in visual intelligence. At the end of the day, we just use this visual information. It can be pictures or it can be a video, and we enrich this information with artificial intelligence, no, to give this accurate vision to the insurer remotely about the claim or about the underwriting process.
That is great. And so when you look at the business model, because when you think about claims, automation, underwriting, enablement, it's all about simplification of the insurance organization and operation environment.
Yeah.
And what we often see is that when you go into the digitization world, you cannot go and implement all processes for customers to assume that they are the new processes, right? You
Yes.
have to reinvent that customer journey. So how do you differentiate? How do you do that? What is a true business model? Marketplace, what it is?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think that it brings one of the most important differences between Bdeo and other players, no? Because we are not telling the insurers, no, how to run their claim processes. We are not doing that. We are providing them the power to automate specific steps that integrate with our technology, that integrate really well with their current processes, no? And this is very key, because there are some players that come to change everything. From our point of view, that's not the right mindset. That's not the right way to deliver the solutions to the insurers, no? And on the other hand, we also have like a very global vision for delivering our solutions. And I'm not only talking about the go-to-market strategy, that it's also important, and it's really key, for example, when talking about artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence is supposed to work in the different markets you are addressing, and that's something a little bit tricky, and we are able to do that because of how we approach and how we have developed our technology, but also solving the different use cases that the insurers are facing, like underwriting claims, as we were talking before, and also addressing the different verticals, no? So these solutions that we have, these artificial intelligence solutions, are not only applicable for motor, but also for property. So we give like a very global solution to an insurer.
And that is super important, to be able to provide insurers with not only localized solutions, but also the ability to scale these solutions across market. And I know from interacting with your team is that you've been doing that from Spain to LATAM, and now also working with the same great market leaders across Europe. Are there any of those great companies you have been working with you can mention to us on this webinar?
Yeah, I think so. As you were saying, we were born at the same time in Spain, in Iberia, but also in LATAM. Those are our home markets, and we really have great customers in these markets, no? And we are working already with more than 35 insurers in 20 different countries, no? And some examples of great insurers that are working with Bdeo right now could be, for example, CHOP in Mexico, and with them we have also a regional agreement. In LATAM, we are working with Admiral, we are working with Generali, HDI, Mutua Madrileña in Spain. So I would say that we are working with some of the main insurers in all the markets that we are operating. We are really happy because of that. No, we are learning also a lot with them and providing them a great value.
And what I've seen from the investor response is that earlier this year, you were able to raise your Series A, I think around 5 to 6 million, which is congratulations, which allows you to scale now across markets. And hopefully we should be able to see Bdeo, in a number of more northern European markets in the month to come. So really excited to see that happen.
Yeah, I really hope so. No, as we were saying before, we have a consolidated position in our home markets, Iberia and Latam, but now we are really focused to tackle these European markets that are so interesting for us, no? And we have built local teams to do so. We have teams right now in UK. We have also teams in Germany and in France. No? So that's one of our main objectives. We know that we are ready for that. And as you were saying, we raised money last year. In fact, one of the most important funds in Europe that is very expert in the fintech and in the InsurTech industry trusted on us, which is Blackfin, no? and provided us with the resources to make this growth happen, no?
And the key thing about investors, and so one point I want to highlight is that there are not many leading claims platform across Europe. I've done my research, as you know. I spend a lot of time scanning and evaluating technology, InsurTech technology, and tech for insurance technology across market. And there are probably 5 players in Europe. Some of them should be working alongside you as partners because you are satisfying very different needs. And yeah, maybe there are a couple which might be competitors. However, what I also see is as we move to a world which is very macro segmented with very specific needs, that there is place for everyone. If an insurer wants to fulfill the need of a LATAM-led customer, they need to think about Bdeo. Partly if they have offices in Spain, LATAM, and moving across Europe, the fit is incredible. So as I see, and I talk to insurers and I have a lens around, how they want to fulfill the need of a more targeted customer base, I can see great openings for Bdeo. So that is the first things around the technology of the platform. From an investor viewpoint, investors always look for great companies which are led by an amazing team with a great vision and able to execute. And so I have no doubt why Blackfin selected Bdeo as one of the companies within their portfolio.
Thank you very much. No, and I really agree on that. I mean, above all, in the first years of a company, the vision of the founders, the first team that joins that vision, no, and the ability to execute is really key, no, to be able to build and to scale a company, no, to provide a global solution as the one that we are providing right now.
Yes, and founders, as they build a vision for their business, need to be fully aligned and actually dedicated to the project that they're actually putting in place, which takes me to diversity, equity, and inclusion. And as you know, it's a big topic for 2021, which will go into 2022, as many organizations are aiming to reposition the way they bring women to the board and to address the diversity and inclusion challenge to fulfill even, as you said, the consumer and the customer need. So I would like to understand, Ruth, how does Bdeo approaches culture, value, and talent at the moment? What is your vision on that topic?
Okay. I love the way you have explained it, because I sometimes it's like diversity is something that we have to do because it's the right thing to do. And of course, it's the right thing to do. But the truth is that it really impacts in business and in results. So even if you don't believe, from a social point of view, that you need diversity, even if you are only worried about results and about revenue and growth, you should be including the diversity strategy within your main strategies for your company, and not only the gender strategy, of course, because I always like to understand the diversity in the widest way possible. So we need gender strategy, but we also need cultural strategy, and we also need age strategy. That is really key. You need people from the different age ranges, to really be able, as you were saying before, to meet the real customers' need, because customers outside are diverse. So your team needs also to be diverse. So in the case of Bdeo, for us, this is really key, and it is part of our culture. We want to be a global company if we talk about customers. So we really know that we also need to be a global company if we talk about the team, and a diverse company as our customers are, and as the end customers, the insured are. So it's very key. I think that we work on to include this in our culture, and culture is something really important in our business. We work a lot to strengthen our culture. We always say to each people that joins us, I always tell them, look, you have come here to change our culture, because every person that joins a team changes the culture. So your choice is if you want to make us better, if you want to improve and strengthen our culture, or if you want to make it weaker. That's the choice. And we really work to make each new onboarder understand what we brought us here and where we want to go, what our goals and our real vision is. We are looking for excellent people. We are looking for people that are eager to learn and to be every day better. And that means that you are really ambitious, but you are also humble, because you understand that there are so many things that you don't know yet. That's why we also and always try to look outside Bdeo to find the most talented people, and the people that have even a deeper knowledge than us, to help us, to make possible our vision. We also try to take care of our people, to challenge them directly. That's something really important for us, to be able to challenge each member of the team directly, precisely because we want all of us grow every day. And in terms of diversity, we really think that it's something that doesn't happen if you don't work on it actively. So you need to implement a strategy to make it happen, above all in the technology industry, where it is even more difficult to attract, for example, women, because there are few women, and that's a fact. So our strategy works in 3 different areas. We try to attract more talented women to the team, but we don't force it. I mean, what we do is to assure that talented people, talented candidates are coming to us, and that we have women in our candidate pipeline. But once they are there, the process is 100% fair and 100% objective. We are not choosing somebody because we need it to make a more diverse team, we are going to choose the best person to be there, but we are going to assure that we have diverse candidates in our pipeline to be able to choose and to have diversity in the team. That's one thing. The other thing is that we also want to help our women to grow internally. We want to give them the opportunity to grow and to be better professionals. Of course, we also do that with men, but we really take care of women, no, in that sense. And the third point is that we also want to help the industry, not also Bdeo, or not also our women in Bdeo to grow, but we also want to help the ecosystem to be more diverse. No? So we are working on helping other women outside Bdeo to grow and to understand how they can be better professionals and how they can be whatever they want to be, no? The same as their male colleagues, no?
Absolutely. And you have actually highlighted quite a few interesting points. The first one, I think it's about high performance. So high performing team need to be diverse. And one thing also I hear often from investors is that now with some of the sustainability criteria, which are linked to the UN SDGs, they also are looking at ventures who actually integrate sustainability within the way they build their business, meaning it's not just about having low carbon footprints. When you look at what sustainability means, it's also about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and balance at the leadership table.
Yeah.
So very, very important how to build a high-performing team. It's about also, and they know from the numbers that diverse team and teams which includes, all the diversity we can talk about right now, LGBT plus and gender diversity, thinking diversity, geographical diversity, drive better alignment to customer needs.
Yeah.
And so therefore, those businesses are more likely to be able to grow and scale at the right level.
Yeah, absolutely agree. You were talking, for example, right now about geographical diversity, which is also really key, no? We were so happy this year when we realized that that our language wasn't Spanish anymore. It had to be English because we already have people that can't speak Spanish, no? So we realized that we were really becoming a global company. And something that is very important for us is like looking for talent. We don't have any limits. I mean, we look everywhere. All the world is available to provide us with the best talent, no? And that may bring you like really, really interesting outcomes. Because as you were saying, no, it really helps you, that cultural and geographical diversity, to build more global and more scalable solutions too, no?
Absolutely, which takes me to you sharing a little bit more about your A team. I know Bdeo has been looking for talent, and as you said, when you look at your funnel, it's all about merit. And when you look even at my past, and sometimes when people approach me and say, Sabine, how do you build diversity and inclusion within your team, is, at the end of the day, people apply. And it just happened that I'm fortunate to meet people who want to work super hard and learn and own their projects, but also who actually fit the cultural shift. So everybody is judged in the same way. And definitely I like it when we are able to bring people with these diversity flair within the team, because we as a team have to be diverse because of the work we do with ventures like yourself, with investors, and with corporates such as the insurers. We are helping as well on their corporate venturing journey. So tell me a little bit more about your A team and who are those amazing female talents and other talents you have which are transforming Bdeo today.
Yeah, well, the truth is that we talked about it before, no? Every person transforms Bdeo. Every person that joins us transforms Bdeo, no? And as you were saying, for us, it's so important that this A team is radically aligned with our vision, is radically aligned with our culture, with our beliefs, with the way that we are, because we always tell to our leadership layer, no, to our leaders, we always tell them, look, the COO, the C-level, right now is very far from the team. We are already 70 people. We are not close to them on a daily basis. The leadership layer of leadership are the ones that have to assure that our culture is stronger every day, no? And that every person in the team is aligned with the culture, with the values, with the vision, no? So it's really, really important when you are growing that your A team is a superb team, no? And that is radically aligned with the company's goals and with the company's vision, no? And I'm really proud of the A team that we are building, no? And we were talking about before diversity, and I have to say that we need more technical women in our team, and we need more sales women in our team. I'm really willing to add in sales talent, women sales talent to the team, no? But the truth is that we have powerful women in Bdeo with very key positions, no? So let me just highlight some of them. For example, Ana Asuero joined us last year. Ana Asuero is our CPO, which means that we are right now 50% of women in the C-level team. And she is responsible for all our product roadmap and leading all the people that are involved in building our product, no? But at the same time, she has brought us so much value to the C-level team, no? In the strategic committee. So we are building like a very strong C-level team, which is really, really important, no? And Ana Suero is a powerful woman I'm really proud of, no? With a very key position, because she, at the end of the day, she's the one leading our product, no? And leading our solutions, no? And leading a great team within the company. And for example, we also have another Ana Sanchez. Ana is our artificial intelligence innovation manager. Bdeo is innovation. No, we have to find that balance between innovation and execution, but Bdeo needs to go on being innovation. We need to celebrate innovation every day, no? And Ana Sanchez is the one representing the innovation in our company. And it's a very key role that is working with product, but it's also working with customers, and it's also working with the market, understanding the new trends, understanding where we have to be today, but where we have to be tomorrow too, no? And she's the one leading that strategic part in Bdeo, no? We have many other powerful women in the team, and I'm really proud of them, no? And we really hope to get more talented women join us, no?
And, I'm impressed by the journey the Bdeo team has gone through. And also, I think, which is very revealing is, your attention to identifying the talent which is bringing the company to the next level as well. I've not been to Spain for a long time, but I learned Spanish. That was, I'm French. I learned Spanish, my second language. I ended up in England, so my English is probably better than my Spanish today. But I love the idea to spend more time with your team to improve my Spanish. Right?
I have to say that my Spanish is much, much better than my English. I always say that I lose all my powers, if I have any, when speaking in English. So next time, I think that we should do this in Spanish, Sabine.
Well, let's definitely try. But so what are the last few words you want to leave as conclusion to our audience, about you as the Chief Operating Officer of a great growth company, and as to how to build maybe the business of the future? And I think, as we talked about, diversity inclusion is so important. So Spanish should be the next language.
That's perfect. So last words. Look, we have been talking about Bdeo. We have been talking about diversity. We have been talking about the role of the COO. If I put all those things together, I have to say that I feel so honored, to be able to be the COO, to develop this awesome role in this company at this moment, because I can really feel that we are making a huge impact in an industry, that we are making possible the change in an industry, and that in that path we are helping the insurers, but we are also helping the final customers, to have a better experience in a difficult moment. And I also hope to be able to help also the ecosystem, to make it better, to make it more diverse, to make it even more human, if you want, because that's the way we are. We are a very ambitious company with a very aspirational goal and vision, but we are also very humble in the way we approach the market, and we develop our solutions. And I think that that's very key in the success of the company during these years. So I have to say that being this or developing this awesome role, a little bit ambiguous, if you want, but an incredible role in this company is a gift for me, and being able to do it with the team that we have, and with the CEO that we have, that has a radical vision and that is guiding us with such clearness and with such focus, is just great. So I really feel very happy and very honored to be able to have this experience.
Ruth, amazing words. So let's humanize or re-humanize the future of insurance here through claims. I'm so grateful to have you with us today, Ruth. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Sabine. And I'm also so happy to be able to talk with you, because I think that you are one of the best examples that is helping the industry, the whole industry, also to include diversity, and, as you were saying, to humanize the whole industry. So thank you for that.
My pleasure. My pleasure.